Lily had always felt like she was living in someone else's story, one where she didn't quite belong, where every choice felt like a test she was destined to fail. The day had started like any other, with her scrolling through her phone, the device that somehow held her whole world. From confessions of crushes in the school yearbook, to random quizzes that told her which princess she was today, apparently she wasn't one at all, and it stung more than she expected. Death had dumped her that morning, leaving her feeling like garbage. Like all the carefully constructed walls she'd built around her heart were crumbling, and yet the world didn't stop. Friends rallied around her, Cassidy teasing her gently about being Rapunzel, while Sierra tried to keep her spirits afloat, reminding her that sometimes a missed fairy tale meant something new and better was waiting. And then disaster struck. Her phone slipped from her bag, tumbling into the dark maw of a garbage bin, like some cruel metaphor for her life, chaotic, unpredictable, and completely out of control. Panic surged through her as she realized that this small rectangle of glass held her connection to everything she loved. Everything she feared losing, and without it, she felt untethered. Enter Charlie, a boy whose bizarre mix of bravery and awkward charm led him to dive into the dumpster. Retrieving the phone with a grin that made her heart inexplicably flutter. In the chaos of that moment, a spontaneous promise was made he would take her to the school dance, a simple proposition that instantly spiraled into complicated emotions. Tangled lies and the dizzying realization that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't a disaster at all. As Lily navigated the aftermath, she discovered that relationships weren't neat or fair. Ex-boyfriends lingered in memory, each breakup revealing insecurities, lessons, and strange wisdom about what she really wanted. Charlie, oblivious to the history but full of earnest energy, became a catalyst for her self-discovery, challenging her to lie with. Finesse to play along with social conventions, to confront the expectations placed on teenage hearts in a world where fairy tales seemed both cruelly elusive and tantalizingly possible. Their conversations spiraled from math to ukuleles, from jokes about acne to the fantastical logic that somehow linked Rumpelstiltskin to pie. Each moment stitching Lily closer to an understanding of herself, her desires, and the people she could trust. Yet the real magic wasn't in equations or quizzes, it was in vulnerability. In admitting that a lie crafted carefully, mischievously, and lovingly could save someone's feelings while preserving her own dignity. Between stolen glances, nervous confessions, and laughter echoing through the hallways, Lily began to see life less like a rigid quiz and more like a story in motion. A cinematic sweep where chaos and order collided, where mistakes were as essential as triumphs. And when the night of the dance finally arrived, with glittering lights reflecting off the polished gym floors, Lily realized that the real adventure had never been about finding a prince or a phone, but about discovering courage, embracing imperfection, and daring to trust that even in the messiest, most confusing teenage moments, the fairy tale could exist not in the stories others told, but in the one she wrote herself. Charlie, standing awkwardly yet earnestly by her side, reminded her that love wasn't just about grand gestures. It was in the small acts, the shared jokes, the risks taken for someone else's happiness. As music swelled and friends laughed around them, Lily felt the weight of heartbreak lift, slightly replaced by the exhilarating uncertainty of what was yet to come, and she understood for the first time that her life, messy as it was hers to direct, her story to shape, and that sometimes losing something precious, a phone, a boyfriend, or even certainty itself, was the very thing that set the stage for the magic she'd been waiting for all along. That night, she didn't just attend a dance. She stepped into her own story, a narrative full of mistakes, surprises, laughter, and the thrilling promise that in the chaos of youth, sometimes the best fairy tales are the ones you never expected, written in moments of courage, connection, and the messy, beautiful, utterly human truth of being alive.